Hello everyone, welcome to the webinar for how to submit your teacher assessed grades, or tags as they are widely known. Tags can be submitted for all eligible qualifications for summer 2021 awarding. You will be able to identify which qualifications you can submit tags for from the Off-Qual Qualification Explainer tool. A link to this can be found in the COVID support page on our website. Before you make any submissions using the NCFE portal that I will be demonstrating today, you will need to submit your teacher assessed grade strategy form to us by the 7th of May. The form can be found again on our website in the COVID support page. You will hear back from this submission within 5 working days, and once granted approval, you will be able to submit and move forward with your tags. You should submit tags after reviewing our quality assurance policy for awarding, and you will need a representative booking for any cancelled exams. And we will cover this when going through the demonstration today. The tag submission deadline is Friday the 18th of June 2021. Without further ado, we'll begin the demonstration, and I would like to start by explaining that the tag submissions this year will be done in the portal itself. There is no extra logins that you will need. In allowing you to submit your tags through the portal, you are already in an environment that you are used to, making it easier to navigate and overall a more streamlined experience. For the purpose of the demonstration, I will show you 4 different examples of qualifications which are made up differently. This should give you a good understanding of how you will approach your submissions. So to get started, you'll notice I'm already logged into the NCFE portal. This should be a screen that you are familiar with. The first example I'm going to show you today is a non-graded qualification. It's a level 2 certificate. So I've already got a batch number prepared, and the first place that we're going to go to is actually the certification tab, and then we'll click make a claim. On the first screen, you'll enter in your batch number and click search. And now I can see a list of the learners that I've got registered, and I'd like to select all of those and move to the next page. So again, I'm going to select all of my learners, and this time I'm going to click Mark Units. So when this page loads, this is where you'll see a list of the units that are involved in the qualification. And you'll now notice there's a new column, which is the tag column here. So it's a case of selecting the units that you wish to submit. And then telling us which units you require to have a teacher assessed grade for. Okay, so I think for this example, I'll actually just select 3 units as a teacher assessed grade, and I'll leave these other 3 units as normal grades that the learners have achieved. If you go to click Save, the system will notice that you haven't selected some tags for some units. So this is just a handy pop-up message to let you know that you should double check what you're submitting. So we will do that for the purpose of the demonstration. I'll just click no, and I'm just going to go back and double check that I've done that correctly. And if I'm happy that those are the only 3 units that I'll have as a teacher assessed grade today, I can click save. And this time when I've read that message, I'll proceed and click yes. Now we can see the claim page again, something that you should be familiar with, and it's updated the status of the learners to full. So I know that today I'm claiming full certificates for these learners. The remainder of the process is something again that you should be familiar with. So I'm just going to pop in the key details and click submit. This is a confirmation page, so we're not quite done yet until we've selected this button, but I just want to point out this handy icon, and you do get one of these for each individual learner. So we'll click into this, and it shows me the units that are part of the qualification and what result I've submitted. So I can see very clearly here that for the first 3 units, they have been achieved through a teacher assessed grade, and the final units I'm entering there are actual grades. So once I'm happy with that, I can click close and continue to claim certificates. And there we are. As always, you will get a claim report, which I'll click into here, and we'll have a little look at how that's changed for teacher assessed grades as well. So here's the claim report, and as always, it's got each individual learner, what their status is, and I can see the individual units, and it's easily identifiable which units I've selected a tag for. If you did have direct claim status, this has been taken away temporarily to support with the quality assurance of tags. All qualifications in this category, B2, the claims will be signed off by your EQA and then certificates issued as normal. As soon as the claims have been signed off, you will be able to view an e-certificate straight away, just whilst waiting for the hard copy to arrive in the post. And as you know, e-certificates can be found in the certification tab just here as well. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to the home screen and we will move on to the second example that I've got today. This is a different type of qualification. It is a graded qualification. So we're going to go to a slightly different place in the portal. We're going to go to this tab. So this is a level 3 award qualification that I've got here, and I've prepared a batch number. So I'm just clicking submit grades. And we'll pop in the batch number and click search. So here is my list of learners that I've got registered. I'm actually going to select all learners and click next. And straight away I can see in this qualification there are actually 2 units. So we'll click the first unit. And you can see that the qualification is graded from D to A star. These are the grades that you can issue. And there's a new column that's been added. This B actually stands for banked. So in preparation for this webinar, we've submitted some teacher assessed grades for these learners and they've already been accepted. So that's for the first unit. Straight away, I can see all of the learners have had a grade submitted. We'll just look at the second unit here. Okay, you should be able to clearly see here that for half of the learners, they've had a teacher assessed grade submitted, and for half of the learners, they haven't. So in order to submit a teacher assessed grade, this is where you'll do it in this screen. So you'll select the grade and you'll notice the tag box lights up. So you'll select that tag box in order to tell us that you are submitting a teacher assessed grade for this unit. You can select normal grades, and that just means leaving that tag box unticked. So you can do a mixture of submissions all at the same time. So remember, if it's a teacher assessed grade, you just need to select that tick box to let us know that it's a teacher assessed grades that you're claiming for today. Once you're happy with your submissions, you'll actually then go to the certification tab and make a claim. So we'll go there now and pop in the batch number and click search. I'm going to select all the learners and we'll have a look at them all. So this is exactly the same batch that we've just looked at in the submit grade screen. Okay, now that we've loaded, I can see that half of the learners are at a full status and ready to be certificated, and half of them are at a partial status. So I'm just going to look at the difference. So I'm going to select a full learner and we'll have a look at their units first of all. Okay, so here we are. We've got the 2 units in the qualification. You can see straight away that the tag box has been selected for both of these units for this learner. And that's because we made that submission in submit grades. We'll just go back now and look at a partial learner. For the partial learner, we can see again the 2 units, but only one of the units has been selected as a tag. So at this stage for this learner, you could make a decision to certificate them as they are, or you could make a decision to go back into submit grades and submit a teacher assessed grade for that unit or an actual grade. You can do that at this point. For the purpose of the demonstration, I'm just going to decide to certificate all of these learners today. So I'm going to select all of the learners in my batch and we'll continue forward with the claim. Okay, we're at the stage now with that handy icon that I mentioned just earlier. If we click into that, I can see the submission for each learner. So it's a handy way to double check what you've submitted before you do actually complete the claim. I'm happy with what I've done, so I'm going to claim certificates today. And then I'll show you again the claim report, which will show you the tag information on there. Just helps you easily identify which learners had a tag submitted and for what unit. Okay, here we are. Again, we'll just click into that claim report. And it's actually worth mentioning at this stage, certificates for qualifications in this category, B1, will be issued later for results days in the summer. So here is a claim report, and we can see each individual learner, again with that tag detail. This can be downloaded and saved and passed on to any other colleagues that may concern. Okay, so I'm just going to close that and head back to the home screen. Before we move on to the next 2 examples, which are functional skills, it is important to mention that teacher assessed grades are only available for functional skills as a last resort. In line with the Federation of Awarding Bodies, the Functional Skills Guidance states that centres are required to prove that learners are eligible for a tag ahead of submitting for one. All awarding bodies offering functional skills will follow this process without exception. We have set up a web page that explains the 6 principles of tags for functional skills. It details the requirements for individual learners and offers key points for consideration. Again, this is in the COVID support pages on our website. You must submit a pre-approval to NCFE and you will hear back from us within 5 working days. So the first example from functional skills that I've got to show you is English functional skills. As you will be aware, English has 3 components. It's got the 2 external assessments and 1 internal assessment. So we're going to go somewhere that you'll be familiar with, but I'm just going to explain the differences. So we'll go to certification and make a claim. Now, you will be used to going here to claim for the speaking, listening and communicating element of English functional skills. But we've now amended it so that you can do the reading and writing in here as well, and that's just for tags. So I've entered in the batch number, selected all my learners, and I'm just going to click submit. Again, we're going to select learners, and this time it's mark components. Now, as I said, it is usually just the speaking, listening, and communicating, which is in here, but you'll see straight away that we've got the reading and writing element in here too. And this tag box has actually already been ticked. Now, the reason it's already been ticked is because I've already made a booking for these learners. So because the booking was already made and I already selected that it was going to be a tag, the system recognizes to bring that information over here. All we need to do is tick the units to say that the learner has achieved those. If it's a tag for speaking, listening, and communicating too, you'll make sure you select that box and you've got all of the information populated. When you're happy with the components, you can just click Save. And now you'll see all of the learners' statuses have been updated to full. And again, a case of completing the process as normal. Here's the handy icon that I mentioned earlier. Click into that and you can see the 3 units that you're submitting for and which result it is that you've submitted. Once you're happy, you can click Claim Certificates and that will take us again to the claim report. Here we are. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the home screen. And the final example is a functional skills. It's level 2 maths. So I've got a batch number here and we are going to go to the same place. It's certification and make a claim. I'm just going to enter in the batch number and click search. Now you will know for functional skills maths, it's one assessment, which is an external assessment. So we're going to select the group of learners and click submit. Again, we're going to mark components. So straight away you'll see it's just the one unit, but you should notice this message that's here in bold. And it tells me that some learners don't have an active booking for the assessment that we're trying to add a teacher assessed grade for. So it's a great reminder to let you know that a booking must be made in order for you to submit a tag. You can't submit a tag without a booking. So you can use this link and it will take you straight to the booking screen. So I'm going to do that now and then we'll come back to this page and complete the tag submission. So here we are in the booking screen and you'll notice this is a new section too. So for each individual learner that you want to submit a tag for, you must select this box. If you don't tick this box, the system will just assume it's a normal booking and will send out exam papers. So in the booking screen, if you're submitting a tag for the learner, make sure you select this tag box. So I'm just going to quickly go through the booking and select a date and a time again, just as a representation. Once you're happy, you can click Book Entries. Okay, just a confirmation. And again, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to click Book Entries. And there I've got the confirmation that the booking has been made. So I'm going to follow that first step again, go to certification and make a claim. Here are my learners. I'm going to select all of them and submit and select all of them again, and this time mark components. So because we've just made that booking, you'll see now the tag box is there and it's already populated because the system knows we've got a representative booking. And it's just a case of selecting that unit to say if the learner has passed or indeed if the learner has failed on this occasion. Once you're happy with the result you've entered, you can click Save Component and again continue through that claim process that we've seen previously in the other examples. Again, the handy icon just to show what it is that you've entered for your learners. If you're satisfied, you can claim certificates, continue through that process, and you'll be given that claim report at the end. Okay, so I'm just going to close today's demonstration and thank you for watching the demonstration today. This will be supported by a tag submission user FAQ document, and as always, you have our usual customer support channels via phone, email, or web chat to contact us if you do require any further guidance. As previously explained, the tag submission deadline is the 18th of June 2021. We look forward to working with you on the completion of your learners this year. Thank you.